Hi students, today's lecture we are learning the new topic dependency, preserving, decomposition. As I said to you in previous lecture, that is fully dependency, decomposition and constraints in our decomposition, why we are often reconstructing the relations, two relations. That problem is happening, we are solve that problem with the help of the lossy decomposition and lossless decomposition. What is lossy and what is lossless, I said to you in previous lecture. Now in this lecture we are learning this dependency preserving decomposition. Okay, what it means, the dependency preserving decomposition, why we are using the dependent decomposition. For example, we are having a relation, one relation, okay, means we are having one table. In the table we are having some redundant data. Okay, same data is having multiple attributes. In multiple attributes we are having the same data, means that is a redundant problem. We are eliminating the redundancy. Okay, we are eliminating the redundancy with the help of the decomposition. Decomposition means we are eliminating the redundancy, and then what is happening? The relation is dividing the several parts. Okay, one relation is dividing the several parts. Okay, with the help of the decomposition, we are eliminating the redundant data in a relation. And here, what is dependency preserving decomposition? And we are having a definition. You will see here now. The decomposition of relation R, we know the relation is R with FD's functional dependencies, F into R1 and R2. We know already in decomposition, one relation is dividing the several parts R1 and R2. Here R is a relation with a functional dependency. We are already discussed this functional dependency is also functional dependency is F into R1 relation and R2 relation with functional dependencies F1 and F2 respectively said to be dependency. F1 and F2 respectively said to be dependency preserving. Okay, what is dependency preserving? Whatever the data, whatever the relation we are decomposed, we are having the two relations now, R1 and R2. With the help of that, with the functional dependencies F1 and F2 respectively said to be dependency preserving. If F closure equal to F1 union F2 closure. Okay, here FD holds in a R1. Functional dependency is holds in a R1 relation. For example, in R relation, after why we are decomposing the R relation? To eliminate the redundancy. That's why we are using this decomposition. Okay, here R is a relation. We are eliminating the redundancy with the help of the decomposition. Then after applying this relation to decomposition, this relation is dividing the several parts, subparts R1 and R2 relations. And the next in our data, dependency preserving decomposition, F closure is equal to F1 union F2. F closure equal to F1 union F2. And the next we are having some problems now. We know clearly about these. What is data? Dependency preserving decomposition. Okay, we know clearly for these all examples. Okay, here we are having total 3 questions. First one, let's see first one. R is a relation, and in this relation we are having some attributes A, B, C. Okay, these 3 are attributes of this relation. The next functional dependency F. A is determines B and then B is determines Okay, R is a relation. We are decompose this R relation. We are having two more relations, R1 and R2. In R1 we are having the attributes AC, and in R2 BC. In R2 BC means in this R1 relation, you observe this R1 relation, A and C two attributes are there, but in FD functional dependency, in functional dependency, A is determines B and B is determines C. But in this relation, A is determines C, and R2 relation, B comma C. These two are attributes in R2 relation. B determines C. Next, F1 closure. We are find out in this closure of the F1 and F2. First, we have to find out the F1 closure. The next F2. We are adding that to F1 and F2. Okay, it's a functional. Okay, preserving dependency, preserving decomposition, or we are checking that information. Okay, first one we are find out in the F1 closure with the help of this. Okay, with the help of this R1 relation, A is determines A and C is determines C. A is determines C, AC determines AC. In this, not okay here, non-trivial functional dependency. Where is the non-trivial functional dependency? Here A determines C. A determines C. And next F2 closure. In R2 relation, B determines B, B determines C, C determines C, BC determines BC. Now in this non-trivial functional dependency is B determines C. The next we are adding this F1 and F2 closure. Why we are adding this F1 and F2 closures? Okay, same relation, same closures are in, okay, same determinants are in F1 and F2 closure. We are union these two non-trivial dependencies. Okay, non-trivial functional dependencies. And the formula is F closure is equal to F1 union F2 closure. Okay, now the F1 union F2 closure, the set of the attributes A is determines C and B determines C. Okay, these two are in F1 closure we have this B determines C. No. In F2 closure we are having this A determines C. No. These two are individually non-trivial functional dependencies, but these two are not a F1 union F2 closure. Okay, not equal to F closure, not equal to F closure, not dependency preserving. We are just find out into this relation F1 closure, find out the set of non-trivial functional dependencies. What we are find out in non-trivial functional dependencies in F1 and F2. Okay, then we are applying the formula of to this dependency preserving decomposition. F closure is equal to F1 union F2 closure is equal or not. Okay, A determines C is in a F2 closure is not there now, and B determines C is also not there in a F1 closure. This is not equal to F closure, means it's not a dependency preserving. The next we will see is question 2. R is a relation, ABC are attributes, A determines B, B determines C. The functional dependency is A determines B, B determines C. Then here I am dividing after decomposing this relation. Okay, the two relations are R1 and R2. In R1 A comma B, R2 B comma C. And in F1 closure, okay, F1 closure, A determines A, B determines B. Okay, A, B two attributes now. A determines A, B determines B. A determines B, AB determines AB. we are having the two attributes B, comma C. In F2 closure, B determines B, C determines C, B determines C, BC determines BC. Now in this non-trivial functional dependencies, B determines C. Okay. Next, after adding this formula, applying this dependency preserving decomposition formula, F closure is equal to F1 union F2 closure. Okay, F1 union F2 closure. Now the non-trivial dependency, functional dependencies are in F1. A determines B, B determines C. In our question we are having that in functional dependency A determines, okay, A determines B, B determines C. F, okay, is equal to F1 union F2 closure now. Now this is a dependency preserving. Now this is a dependency preserving. And then next we will see third one. R is a relation. The attributes are city, street, zip code. And R is a relation. C, S, Z. These three are attributes of this relation. The functional dependency F, C, S is C, S determines Z, Z determines C. After union the functional dependencies F1 closure and F2 closure, we will get these output result that is equal to, that is a dependency preserving, which is not equal to this F, means it's not a dependency preserving. Here R is a relation, C, S, Z attributes, F functional dependency, C, Z, C, S determines Z, Z determines C. After decomposing this relation R1 and R2, we will get the two relations, new relations R1 and R2. In R1, S, Z are attributes. In R2, C, Z. Next, we are find out in the functional dependency. Okay, functional dependencies for R1. R1, F1 closure. Yes determines. Okay, yes determines yes. Z determines Z. Yes, Z determines SZ. SZ determines yes, Z. The next in F2 closure, C determines C, Z determines Z, CZ determines CZ, then Z determines C. Z determines C. Then we are applying the formula of this dependency preserving decomposition. F closure is equal to F1 union F2 closure. F closure is equal to F1 union F2 closure. Means F1 union F2 closure. In this F1 we are having a non-trivial attributes, non-trivial functional dependencies. Here I am checking the non-trivial functional dependencies. Not there. In F2 the non-trivial functional dependency is only Z determines C. Is only Z determines C. Okay, where is that? C, Z determines Z. No, not there. And Z determines C, not there. But in F2, here I am checking C, Z determines Z is there, not there. And Z determines C is there. Non-trivial functional dependency is there. Z determines C. Now here I am writing this Z determines C. F1 union F2 closure, Z determines C. Is equal to F closure? No, it's not equal to this F closure. Means it is not a dependency preserving. It's not a dependency preserving. You have to understand this lecture. They are dependency preserving decomposition. This is also very important before we are learning the normalization. In this lecture, what we are learning the decomposition. Okay, first we know, before we know into this dependency preserving decomposition, first we know the decomposition, and the next lossy decomposition and lossless decomposition. Why we are going with the lossy decomposition and lossless decomposition? After reconstructing the relations, we will not get the relation. Okay, previous relation decomposition. That's why we are going with the lossless decomposition and lossy decomposition. And the next, this dependency preserving decomposition is also important to before learning the normalization. This topic also very important.